Thank you and welcome in the NBA 2K25 DataCast on True TV and Max. I'm Tim Doyle alongside Kirk Goldsberry, Dennis Scott, and the Hall of Famer, Bills owner as well, Vince Carter. The Rockets have lost 15 straight against the Warriors. What are you looking forward to tonight?
Can Stephen Curry overcome this Houston perimeter defense, specifically Dylan Brooks, one of the most annoying, great perimeter defenders in this league, to get Golden State past the Rockets tonight?
We use that word culture sometimes too lightly in our NBA, but Ime Udoka's done a heck of a job. Called his team out last week, called him soft. Let's see how they respond tonight.
And to piggyback off of what Kirk just said, who will step up and help Steph Curry with the scoring load, being that he has to deal with those pests over there in Houston?
Well, the Warriors are on the road here, but they have dominated the Rockets. I'll say it, biggest game the Rockets have played in the last 4 years. The winner goes to Vegas.
Electricity in the air tonight. These players are made for moments like this. Spectacular! Oh, what a shot! A moment to turn.
There is just one vacancy left in Vegas for the NBA Cup semis. Steph Curry and the Warriors will try to grab it in Houston. The Rockets have lost 15 straight to Golden State. Can Jalen Green and company end the streak and advance? Warriors and Rockets coming up. OKC has already earned its spot in Las Vegas. Golden State or Houston will join them. It's TNT NBA Tip-Off presented by CarMax. Ernie Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny the Jet Smith, and Charles Barkley. A little bit of a shorter pregame show here because of the length of the hockey game. Let's just jump right into the CarMax Never Settle and get you set for this knockout round game between the Warriors and the Rockets. Houston, offensively, they struggle a little bit shooting the ball, but defensively, they have been outstanding. Number 2 rating in the NBA, and they'll take on the Golden State Warriors. And look, you got to go back to pre-COVID for the last time the Rockets beat the Golden State Warriors. It has been that long, back in February of 20. When does that, even though most of these guys weren't there, when does that get in a team's head?
Man, it definitely gets in your head, especially the last 2 times when they played Golden State without Curry. Golden State still beat them, so they're definitely in their head. Chuck made a good point last night. Team's very talented, but I still think they're a little bit young. I like Golden State in this game tonight. Steph Curry, Draymond, and the guys still trying to make one more run. And Chuck and Kenny and myself have said, if you can win this cup thing, give you confidence, and give you momentum. Chuck doesn't like Golden State. I like the way they're playing right now. They're in 5th. But are they in the Golden State, in the Houston Rockets' head? The answer is hell yes, and they're going to win the game tonight, just like the Hawks did when they beat the Knicks.
And I disagree. I think tonight the streak comes to an end tonight. At some point, you have to draw a line in the sand. I love what Coach Udoka did last week, called them out, saying they were soft. They got a gaudy record. I still think they're a year away from being legitimate. But at some point, if somebody come and smack you in your face 15 straight times, if you want to be taken serious, like I said, if you really want to be taken serious,
you wouldn't let them smack you 15.
That's exactly right. But
it wouldn't have got the 15.
You got to hit back at some point.
But you let them smack you 12, 13, 14.
You're playing at home. They're playing for this cup thing. This is tonight. The Rockets stop the streak.
Well, Steph Curry, in the pregame they were talking about guys being pests. Defensive efficiency and ratings don't bother great players. They change that. So Steph Curry's going to be him. This is a big game for the Rockets because they have a good season, but they haven't played a meaningful game. And that's what playoff games are like. Can you win a game when you have to win it? This is a playoff atmosphere. You go to Vegas. So you have to win this game, and those are the games that we'll see if this young team is starting to mature.
As Shaq mentioned, Atlanta beat New York at the Garden tonight, 108-100. And so that means on Saturday when we are in Las Vegas, we will have the Hawks and the Bucks for you.
And Trey on the Knicks.
With the winner going to the final of the
Trey, we own the
NBA
Knicks.
Cup. Go check that out as we come to you live.
That's my
Hitting the
angry
air
word.
at 3:30.
Wait, that's 12:30?
Yeah, 12:30 out in Las Vegas.
That's an angry bird.
Man, I'll just be leaving the roulette wheel.
Shaq said it last night.
tell
Yeah,
you.
bet it.
Trey on the Knicks.
Meantime, there is no better way to get in on the NBA action than with FanDuel, America's #1 sports book. And right now, new customers can bet $5 and get $150 in bonus bets if your first bet wins. Make every moment more with FanDuel. All right, winless one. Let's see what you got going on tonight.
Nah, you're not winning this.
What you don't like?
I
Seguin
don't,
getting 20?
I don't think he's getting 20.
Dylan Brooks can't get one steal since he's a pest, you say?
Yeah.
Draymond can't get 6 rebounds. Steph can't get me 20 points.
That's not happening tonight.
Which one?
Draymond with 6 rebounds.
You can't get 6 rebounds.
Nah.
I can get 6 rebounds right now.
Or Alfred. He's going to play better. He's going to play all-around game. I have a question, Chuck. If you were winning at the roulette table and we had to be on the air, would you leave the table?
Oh, hell no. You can't.
He's going to be late, ladies and gentlemen.
No, you just got to
You got to
stay out of
ride.
there.
Hey, one thing about gambling, it's always peaks and valleys. If you're on a winning streak,
You take the TNT 5?
oh, God, because I'm going to make up for that on one hand.
The Golden State Warriors and the Houston Rockets.
Hey, you know what I could do, Kenny? They can show me later on the ESPN Deuce.
The last spot in Vegas on the line. Spiro Ditas is going to call this. Grant Hill is with him.
Grant Hill's working.
Stephanie Reddy working the sidelines.
Oh, my gosh.
Get you out the Toyota Center in Houston.
You're going to be winning.
Ernie, good evening from.
I'm sitting here with the #1 Golden State Warrior fan, Charles Barkley, and don't forget to download the FanDuel Sports app. It's the best place for all your live betting and live same-game parlays, and it pays out instantly. But, Chuck, an easy question tonight for you. Who gets more points tonight, Steph Curry or Jalen Green?
I'm going to go with Jalen Green.
Actually, that's not an easy question. I'm going with Steph. Oh.
All right, who's going to Vegas? It's going to be either the Warriors or the Rockets. Golden State's beaten Houston 15 straight times, and it's like the Rockets are tired of that. Look at Jalen Green getting up. Still just a 7-point game at the break. Low scoring, 44-37 game. As we welcome you to the American Express Halftime Report, Studio J here in Atlanta. Ernie Johnson, Shaq, Kenny, and Chuck. It has not been an offensive masterpiece as we take a look at the American Express teammates from the first half. Lowest scoring half of the season for Golden State. Also the most turnovers they've had in a half with 14. And neither side shooting the ball very well. 38% for Golden State, 44% for the Rockets. Before we get to your pictures, there's just something that's been bugging me. Okay, so I just got to get it out there. Alperen Şengün. Okay.
Yes.
That's the way everybody says his name, except apparently Alperen Şengün, because on the NBA.com pronunciation guide, where players say their name, this is how you hear Alperen Şengün say his name.
Alperen Şengün.
Şengün. But somehow Şengün has become what everyone calls him. So you've got Alperen Şengün with your pictures, huh?
Yeah, I like to refer to him as the Turkish Tim Duncan. And what I mean
Oh, Lordy.
Let me finish, man. Shut the hell up. What I mean by that, he's a kid that's very fundamentally sound. And Tim Duncan, yes, the greatest power forward, is very fundamentally sound. Look, this guy is not really athletic. He can't really jump over a honey bun. But listen, he does everything right there.
Ooh, I
Look,
like honey
right there,
buns.
bump. Right there, Ernie. You just bump right here. You just make your little moves right there. Feel the defender. 1, 2. Make another move right
He
there.
didn't jump over honey bun.
Yeah, bam. There you go right there. That's right here, right, look. He's not going to ask for the ball, but right here, duck in. A lot of big guys don't do that in today's game. You duck in, very fundamentally sound. Love this guy. He can score many ways. That's what I mean by the Turkish Tim Duncan, because he's very fundamentally sound. Shut the hell up.
14-8 in the first half for Şengün. And he's the only Rocket in double figures. Jalen Green, meantime.
Yeah, don't. You done broke the TV last night.
I'm gonna break it again.
No.
Don't even run. You're not allowed to run tonight.
So,
You're not allowed.
such a roller coaster
I got
for Jalen Green. Kenny, are you listening to me?
Yes, but these guys are.
Last 6 games, he goes for 9, he goes for 41. He goes for 9 again, he goes for 28. He goes for 14, he goes for 31. The inconsistency we see, there are some unbelievable moments, but man, inconsistent.
His inconsistency comes from his shot selection.
Thank you.
And so when he has great shot selection, he's a great player. Oh, way! hey. I love it. They don't want. Oh, wait, let me touch this board because I know he will be.
Careful.
Yep. But anyway, it's his shot selection. And when he has great shot selection, he's going to be an all-star because he is too tough to guard. Freeze it here. Right now, you have the duck in on Dylan Brooks. You have the offense, everyone's set. But against a set defense, this guy could create, and not only create, he's going to finish high over the rim. So his ability to get by players. Then again, freeze it here. He pauses, he sees the defense, and he makes a good read. So when he makes a good read, now he gets back into the paint. He's able to get into the lane. He has athleticism, so now he can just shoot over you. And the third thing is his ability to take the in-between shot, and he can shoot the 3. So now freeze it again. Y'all can get space, create. This is a good shot. An NBA player, good shot. He's comfortable, feet balanced, and that's the difference when he plays well is when he takes great shots.
Got a little spring in your step tonight, man.
Very good. Thanks a lot, Karen, the physical therapist.
It's all about shot selection. He's never been on a good team before. So those shots you be taking on bad teams, they're just like, oh, man, you can't survive on those. Now they're starting to win. He's going to have to learn to get better as a player because you don't go from 9 to 40.
Yeah.
You go from 25 to 37, 38. You don't go, there should never be a game where you see he had 9 twice?
Yeah.
He should never have 9 points.
No, he's
a 20-point guy easily, Ernie, but it's all about shot selection and him learning how to win. Because bad shots on bad teams don't matter. But on good teams, they do matter.
He averages 19 a night. No Rocket averages 20 a night. But this is a team that's 16-8 and is 24 minutes away from going to Vegas to take on OKC if they can hold that lead over Golden State. As we head to break here on the American Express Halftime Report, we'll look in at Toyota Center, a little halftime entertainment.
Oh, my goodness.
Who can't do that?
But who figured out that I should try
that it can be done.
Right, that's the guy come on, man, come on.
Oh, man, me and Mango and Yoo-Hoo used to do that all the time.
Look at that.
I'm not going to diss Mango and Yoo-Hoo anymore.
There you go. They in heaven. They in dog heaven.
Does that impress the Chuckster?
That does impress the Chuckster. Sure does.
The American Express Halftime Report is brought to you by the powerful backing of American Express.
Hey, look who's going to Vegas for the NBA Cup semifinals. The Hawks over the Knicks, 108-100.
Tell you what, man.
DeAndre Hunter, 24.
That kid can be an all-star.
Trae Young, 22 and 11.
No, DeAndre Hunter.
Okay.
Jalen Johnson, 21 and 15.
Jalen Johnson
said, Chuck.
DeAndre Hunter can flat out ball if they turn him loose.
Yeah, I think Jalen Johnson is going to be the next all-star for the Hawks.
I got no problem with that.
Something magic in the night. Can you see it shining bright? Always Coca-Cola. Holidays are coming. Holidays are coming. Holidays are coming. Holidays are coming.
Now we send it to the Hall of Famer Ernie Johnson in our Atlanta studios.
So there have been 363 games played in the NBA season so far. This is just the 13th in which both teams scored under 100. 91-90 the final, and Houston is on its way to Las Vegas. Complete highlights of this game and also a look at the Hawks, Shaq, who are on their way to Vegas after a
We
win
own the Knicks.
at the Garden. Inside is next. We welcome you back. TNT Sports is collaborating with NBA 2K and Genius Sports to bring you the NBA 2K25 DataCast. It's an immersive broadcast experience featuring 2K's shot meter, badges, locker codes, and more. Watch the NBA 2K25 DataCast this Saturday on True TV and Max. The coverage begins at 4:30 p.m. Back with more in just a second here on Inside. And we welcome you back. As they say on Game of Thrones, winter is coming. And it's coming to Chicago on TNT on December 31st. The St. Louis Blues and the Chicago Blackhawks battle it out at Wrigley Field. It all begins with our Winter Classic pregame show at 4 o'clock, followed by the Blues and the Hawks at 5. All on TNT, True TV, and streaming on Max. Back to wrap it up here on Inside right after this.